Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Rubber Sports Show. The NASCAR Axalta We Paint Winners 400 from Pocono International Speedway, Pocono, Pennsylvania, and the Pocono Mountains. Wow, what a NASCAR season this has been. I've been slightly less than accurate on my predictions, but the racing has been good. I will say that. One more, that's all you're looking for is good racing. We've had that. Dover, I think, had a lot of different storylines as the race developed. You had the Kyle Busch issue with the tire coming off in the pits. You had, as good as Kyle Larson was, you had pit strategy with all the cautions. You had people staying out and having right front tire issues. And I think a lot of those kind of issues are going to change this week at Pocono. We have 400 miles, 160 laps on the 2.5 miles, triangle speedway. 3 segments, 50, 50, and 60. So more even segments. You have a pit window. I looked it up, and I'm getting this based on last year. Kurt Busch won the spring race last year on fuel mileage. And it said he pitted with 33 to go, and he was told he was 2 laps short. So pit window's 25 to 31 laps, thereabouts. With a 50-lap segment, that means each segment you have to pit during the segment. So, but with you starting on tires you qualify on now, where do you pit? Where do you do that at? If there's a caution with 10 laps in. You go ahead and pit, but more than likely you're not going to make it to the end of the segment. Do you want to try to make each segment one pit stop segment, and then at the end, maybe take that last caution and save tires? So there's going to be a lot of different strategies here. So last year in the spring race, Kurt Busch won, Dale Jr. second, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Logano, Casey Kane, Matt Kenseth, Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Blaney. Fall race was cut short by weather. Spring race was a fuel mileage race. Kurt Busch won, and then the fall race was cut short by weather. Chris Buescher getting the victory. Brad Keselowski, Regan Smith, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Edwards, Kyle Busch, followed by Kurt Busch. So Brad Keselowski and Kurt Busch both in the top 10 last year at Pocono. The last 4 races at Pocono, Dale Jr. has an average finish of 5.67 in 3 starts, while Brad Keselowski has an average 6th place finish in 4 races, 3 top 5s. Kenseth averaged 7.75 in 4 races with 3 top 10s. Kyle Larson averaged a 9.25 with 4 races, 2 top 10s, and then Ryan Blaney averaging a 10.5 finish, 2 races, 1 top 10. He finished 10th and 11th respectively last year at Pocono. Larson finished 11th in the spring race, 6th in the fall race. Kenseth finished 7th and 17th. Overall, Denny Hamlin has 4 wins. This is a tricky triangle, while Jimmy Johnson has 3, Kurt Busch has 3. This year, I've really failed miserably on my picks. I was going to pick Jimmy Johnson because of his history at Dover, but he hasn't been running well at the mile tracks recently, and he wins. Which Kyle Larson was really the class of the field, I think. And that last restart, Jimmy won. But you never know what's going to happen. Pocono, we've seen some dramatic crashes there in the past. If we remember the spring race of '88, when Bobby Allison almost took his life, and he was very seriously injured. Rusty Wallace has done a couple flips down the backstretch there. Darrell Waltrip. So this could be very tricky in 3 way different corners. Setup has a lot to do with it. The only other 2.5 mile non-super speedway on the circuit is Indy. So I think the guys who run well here will run well in Indy this year. This low aero package is making these cars, to me, watching on TV, really loose. And if you just miss the setup at all, you're out to lunch, you know. So, and tires were a factor at Dover. I can see them being a factor at Pocono too. We've seen a lot of right front tire issues at Dover, and then when Kurt Busch, that left rear exploded and basically took half the fucking car with it. So we'll see what happens. Kyle Larson's been strong all year. He's one of them, you know, so my 3 picks to win here. I'm going to say Kyle Larson. I think Denny Hamlin have a bounce back, good race. And then Ryan Blaney, possibly getting his first victory. So, I'll wrap up the NASCAR Axalta We Paint Winners 400 preview. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show. Your YouTube leader in sports channel content.